Hello there, Scorpio. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of July 25th through the 31st. Before I jump in, I do want to give you all a quick update. We are up to 17%. I am so excited. Thank you to everybody who has given since last week. You guys are always finding a new way to melt my heart. This week, somebody gave and then they asked me to give all of the Reiki minutes to a friend of mine who I had talked about with who has cancer and is fighting that instead of taking the Reiki time for themselves. So heartwarming and so sweet. I mean, I have the very best viewers in the whole wide world and the very best clients in the whole wide world. So thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being here. And thank you for allowing me to serve you. So let's jump into the forecast. For those of you who didn't know what I was talking about, if you stay tuned after I roll the credits, then you can find out. Now, Monday, Scorpio, Three of Swords in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse just means that there's been some kind of heartache that we've been dealing with, and we are getting some healing coming in on Monday. So there are different ways to do healing. This can be having a good conversation with somebody and really getting on the same page, understanding where they were coming from whenever what happened that gave us some heartache happened, that type of thing, possibly also them understanding us as well. So some kind of healing can come in that way. Also, if we do our own mental and emotional healing, our own spiritual healing, we can bring healing to our own heartache without having to have any other person involved. And that may be going on for us too on Monday. Either way, it's a good thing to get healing for a heartache coming in. And I'm glad to see that for us. All right, so Tuesday, Three of Clubs showing up. Three of Clubs just tells me that we are either traveling on Tuesday, or we are making travel plans on Tuesday, or we have some dreams that we're waiting to see how they're going to pan out on Tuesday. So when it comes to those dreams, we've done what we can to sort of get them started. And now what we're waiting for is to see what will the response be in the part where we have to wait for somebody else to respond or do their part on the thing. We have to wait and see what will the response be. How successful will this be? How fast will this take off? Will this be a slow roller that builds momentum just slowly? Or will this be something that takes off like a firecracker? So we're just kind of waiting to see on Tuesday for those of us who this is not about travel. Now, on Wednesday. Wednesday we have the World card showing up in reverse. The World card to me showing up in reverse is all about timing, patience, waiting. In reverse it's saying it's not quite time yet. It is telling me that we have some goals, some dreams that we want to be manifesting into our lives. We've been taking action to do that. We have recognized that we are not limited by anything but our own thinking. So if we can change our own thinking, we can have whatever we feel the need to manifest. And so the card just says, it's on the way, it's not here yet, but it's an encouragement card saying keep putting one foot in front of the other, keep taking the actions you need to keep taking to make this happen. And it's a good card because it does say that it's on the way. Let's look at Thursday, Scorpios, fellow Scorpios. Page of Coins, that's a good card for us. This means we're getting some kind of good news about money or material goods. Maybe somebody wants to pay us a cell phone allowance or pay a housing allowance. Maybe our company wants to help us with those expenses. Maybe we got a raise. Maybe we got a promotion. Maybe we got a bonus. Maybe we find out that we'll be receiving an inheritance. This can take all kinds of different forms, but the bottom line here is it's good news about money or about material goods. And that can also be about maybe there was something we thought we were going to have to pay. We find out, oh, it doesn't cost as much as we thought, or we don't have to pay it at all. Anyway, you guys get the idea. Let's move on to Friday. Friday, Six of Swords showing up. For some of you, you are leaving the negative week behind. Whatever has happened negatively during the last week, I feel like when you walk out of work, You're leaving that energy there. That is staying there. You are not bringing that home. There is, seriously though, there is something that you're leaving behind. For a lot of you, it will be something to do with work that you're just going to be so happy when you walk out the work door on Friday to be leaving it behind, even if it is just for the weekend. But for others of you, it's going to be something that's negative that's been dragging you down that isn't just at work. So for some of you, this could be a thought pattern. This could be a behavior pattern that has been negative and had a negative effect on you. For others of you, this could be a relationship that has really been dragging you down, and so you're putting boundaries on that relationship, or you're moving completely away from the relationship. When we see you here on Friday, you are moving away from whatever is negative, and also as you're moving away, I feel like you don't really know exactly where you're going to end up, but you know that it's going to feel better than where you have been. Now, the other thing that's coming through pretty strong on this card too, I think some of you are literally going to be taking the weekend away or taking some kind of trip on Friday and just leaving Friday. And there's a very big sense of relief. There's a big sense of getting away from the hecticness of normal everyday life coming in here. So maybe we're going to be taking off for the weekend or taking off for a vacation on Friday, Scorpios. Saturday. Saturday we have the 10 of clubs. Interesting that we just took off on a vacation or for the weekend, because now we're picking up a responsibility. How did we manage to do that? Okay, so picking up a responsibility on Saturday. A lot of times this has to do with family responsibilities. This can be helping your mom or dad out in ways that maybe they didn't need to be helped before, but now they're getting a little bit older, and so they just need a little extra. This can be taking a child to a music practice or a ball game practice or something like that. This can also be talking about situations at work, although work really is not resonating with me for Saturday for most of you Scorpios. Most of us Scorpios, but it could be about having new responsibilities at work. It could also be about getting a raise or a promotion at work, but also with this card, sometimes you get the new responsibilities without the new compensation. So that's just kind of something to be aware of there. But like I said, for most of us Scorpios, I don't think this has to do with work. I think it has more something to do with family or neighborhood or friends, something like that. Now, on Sunday, what we have showing up is the Emperor. The Emperor is just telling me that on Sunday, we are assertively taking control of our lives. This could be that somebody is coming in that's kind of trying to sneak their way into our lives or back into our lives, and we're just saying, no, thank you. Not doing that. And this is, the Emperor to me is a very assertive energy. That masculine energy is typically more assertive. It's typically more upfront type energy. It's not as subtle. And once again, I feel like this is us Scorpio. I don't feel like this is somebody that we're dealing with on Sunday. I feel like this is us taking that assertive step. We're the ones we are definitely taking a stand for ourselves on Sunday. We are making sure we maintain control. Or for some of us, it may be taking back control, but it's doing it in a very assertive way. We're not so worried on Sunday about being tactful. Our biggest focus is just take care of business. Do what has to be done here. And this may have to do with relationship. But doing what has to be done here is our priority. We're not so worried about saying things in a nice way. We're not so worried about not offending another person. We're just worried about the bottom line is something has to happen, and we are going to make it happen no matter what it is. For instance, I can give you guys an example. Something similar to this happened recently, and it keeps coming into my brain, so maybe this is an example you guys need to hear. This is more personal than I usually share. But I had an ex-boyfriend who decided that he was going to come over to my house because he thought if he came over, then he could win me back. I told him at first, don't come over. Then finally I said, okay, you can come over. We'll see how this goes. So he came over within less than 5 minutes. I knew it wasn't going to work. I asked him to leave. He refused to leave. He refused to leave. So what I did was I kind of tried to lure him to leave a couple of times. That didn't work so well, but I was not about to deal with him hanging out when I didn't want him to be around just because he thought he could get what he wanted if he did. And so eventually I ended up driving away alone in my own car, left my own house. I know that doesn't sound too aggressive, but for me, that's like majorly aggressive. So when he started calling and texting, come home, baby, where are you? I was like, I'm not coming home. Why don't you stay there if you want? Just be gone in the morning. But I'm not coming home while you're still there. So that was me. That was my version of being aggressive about the idea of I'm not spending time with you. This is not working. And this is the example that comes into my head when I see the emperor for us, is that we are assertively, possibly even aggressively making sure that somebody doesn't come in and try to take control away from us. We're just making sure that doesn't happen. And we're not going to be totally concerned about that other person's feelings, because for whatever reason we're going to feel like they have kind of stepped into our territory where we didn't really want them. And so we're going to make sure that we clear that territory so that that's our space. That's what this comes up as for me. So that's the strong feeling I get about it. So I'm sure, not everybody is going to have that same exact situation, thank God. But I'm sure you guys will be able to figure it out when you see it, what I'm talking about, where you have to assertively maintain control or take control back, depending on your situation. So anyway, that is our week, Scorpios. Thank you so much, everybody, for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone, those of you who did not know what I was talking about at the beginning of the video, stay tuned after I drop the credits, then you'll be able to find out. Everybody, have a fantastic week, and I will see you back here the next time. Peace out. Hello everybody, this is Amista, and I am coming to you today with something completely different than what you've ever seen here before, completely different than what I ever thought I would do. I have been taking Reiki training, and I've gotten level 1 and I've gotten level 2, and I really want to take master training because already I've realized that there are other people out there who need to know how to be able to do Reiki for themselves, and I'm not qualified to show them that or to teach them that or to pass that on to them or empower them with that until I become a Reiki Master. And so I was looking into a Reiki Master program, and I meet all the qualifications as far as that goes. I've been accepted into the Master program, but the last little bit of money is what I need some help with, and I'm hoping that you guys will help me with that. I need to raise another $3,000 to get myself into the program, and so that's where you guys come in. What I'm doing is I am accepting very happily and very thankfully and very gratefully any donations that you may feel like you would want to give. If you don't want to, obviously, then don't. But if you do feel like you want to help me to get into this Reiki Master Apprenticeship Program, any help that any of you and all of you send is great. No donation is too small. I just ask that they're over like 35 cents, because I think PayPal will take 35 cents of whatever comes in as a fee for collecting payment. But anything other than over 35 cents is no donation is too small, so there's the corrected version of that. And actually I was looking I have over 7,000 subscribers. If every subscriber donated $1, I would be able to end this request. But So if you would like to donate, I would be extremely thankful. I would appreciate that a lot. Also, I want to do something for you in exchange for donating. So anybody who would donate at all, I would like to offer you 15 minutes of free Reiki distant healing. In other words, I would send you some healing energy where you would not have to come to my house, or we would not have to meet in person. Just like I do a lot of my readings by Skype or by phone. I can also send the healing energy without having to be right in front of you. We don't even have to be on the phone or on Skype when I do it, although I will want to touch base with you ahead of time to find out where you would like me to target that energy. If you have any particular thing you want to have worked on energetically, and also to touch base after it's done, just to let you know that I have sent the energy in to check in with you, see how you're feeling, that type of thing. Anybody who donates anything more than $50, what I would like to do is send you some Reiki energy. I would send you the same amount of minutes of Reiki energy as you send dollars. So say you donate $50, then I would send you 50 minutes of Reiki energy. Anybody who wants to donate and doesn't want to receive Reiki but knows somebody else that they would like to have the Reiki sent to, feel free to let me know that, and you can gift that Reiki to somebody else, and I will just touch base with them, make sure I have permission to send them that energy, and talk to them about where they would like it targeted and all of that, just like I would if I was sending that to you. So that is what I've got going on, and I really appreciate, like I said, all of the help any of you can send. I know not everybody can send, not everybody will want to send help, but I am hoping that there will be enough to get me into this quickly. Otherwise, I would probably have to wait, I don't know, 6 months, a year before I had this kind of money to get myself into there, and I don't want to wait that long. I want to be able to empower people more quickly than that. So what I'm doing is I am in the description section underneath the video. I'm going to send you a link where you can donate, and you can choose whatever amount you want to donate, and I will probably also have that showing in the video as well. So thank you everybody for listening and for giving this some thought, some prayer, some attention. And thank you everybody who actually does donate as well. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. Peace.